Perfect. So, hi everyone. Welcome to our third episode of the podcast. Dig this one, and not better than welcome the great Cameron Thorne, a player that you usually saw at GCU, but now at the great UCLA. It's a great middle. But I'll leave it to you, Cameron, and just give us a little introduction about yourself.
Yeah. What's up? Like you said, my name's Cam. Um, 20 years old from Hollywood, Florida. Started playing volleyball my freshman year of high school. Started playing club 15 summer and was at Grand Canyon University for 2 years. Enjoyed my time there, and I'm currently at UCLA, middle blocker. Uh, yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So, I do have a first question for you, and this is probably a question that hundreds of people, thousands of people asked you. Why UCLA?
Yeah, a lot of people have asked me that, but it was a mix of reasons. The primary reason was because of Coach Spraw at the time he was here when I committed, and it was just that USA pipeline. He's the head coach of or was the head coach of the national team, and I felt like it was like a really good opportunity to further my career and be coached under one of the greatest coaches in U.S. history.
Yeah,
And
that's for sure.
yeah, that and just being around like some great players like Coop, Zach, Andrew, just those guys having like the same amount of time left in their college careers as me.
Mhm.
So it was like kind of like a perfect match because it was just like the timeline was perfect. So just a couple of reasons. So that was about it.
Yeah, that's awesome. I was kind of surprised, not gonna lie to you. I was like, whoa, okay, that's pretty cool. That's great for UCLA.
Yeah.
It's great that you moved there. The other question is, you coming from Arizona to California, not a huge difference in weather and everything. But what was the biggest difference, volleyball wise?
Ooh, volleyball wise. I'd probably say like the practice schedule, or kind of like how practices were run. It's more drill. Well, in the beginning of the season, it was more drill oriented and like perfecting like the little things instead of just playing sixes. A lot more like what we did at GCU for a couple of years. It's more drill oriented and defensive focused. I would feel like I've I've improved my back row defense a lot, even though it's not great at all. There's a lot of like
Would you
fly.
say that's just a middle thing?
Yeah. But we've been practicing a lot of just like digging balls, flying around, just effort things. And we practice 6 days a week. Even though we practice 5 days a week at GCU, that extra day is a huge difference. And I'm not gonna lie, I'd be exhausted at the end of the week sometimes. But
I do get it, not gonna lie. Even though like we're not at a big school over here in Manual, but it's sometimes it's a lot, especially in season. It gets a little crazy for sure.
yeah, and for sure.
Yeah. So the next question, and this is more focused about what you were saying about U.S. national team future and everything. What are your plans basically going forward after this season? Maybe after you graduate, what do you have in mind?
Yeah, I'm sticking to UCLA for the next 2 years. I'm gonna graduate, and then I'm gonna hopefully I can just do some USA stuff. Hopefully train with the national team. Just get my foot in the door there. Do some Pan Am stuff, and then I wanna play pro after I graduate.
That's
Hopefully
cool.
Italy, Japan, Germany, France, anywhere they would take me. Honestly,
You
but
can say what's your possible or your dream place to go, like club wise.
I don't know about club, but I really want to go to Japan. I feel like
Oh, Japan's cool.
yeah, it's super nice over there. They pay pretty well, and everyone's short, so I can I don't have to go against the big guys, so I can play in my league. So
That makes sense. Actually, that does make a lot of sense. Even
yeah,
though a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, you're undersized." I'm gonna tell you something. Like your vertical is ridiculous. Like that makes it up for not being as tall as some other middles in the NCAA or even professionally. Like that's one of the things that I think from everyone that watches volleyball in the U.S. and out of the U.S. It's one of the things that they can see from you. Like it's one of your main characteristics is like just jumping out of the gym. Like it's you just make highlights every time you touch the ball, which is fun.
Appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So I have a couple more questions. Um, the next one is more related to the time at UCLA, and actually this year, who do you think is the best player in the NCAA? Rivalry wise, just forget about that part. Or if you had one professional volleyball player that you would like to play with, who's that person?
I'll answer the first question. In my opinion, it's probably Nikolov. Not gonna lie, he's insane. Being a freshman, doing the things he's doing, his serve is nuts. He's a great setter. Him or him or Heno, honestly, bro.
Oh
Heno,
yeah,
he's probably my favorite volleyball player to watch. The way he plays is so sick. Like,
I know. It's just like it's so nonchalant. It's
yeah, bro.
it's great.
If I was a pin, I wish I could be like playing like him, honestly, but still in the wrong position. But yeah, probably Nikolai or Heno. Those two guys are really good. And then I have to throw Andrew in there. He's a great setter, all
Oh
around
yeah, that's
great player.
true.
I feel like he's gonna be the face of USA volleyball in the future, honestly, with Micah Christensen getting a little older and probably retiring soon. I feel like Andrew's probably gonna be that guy.
Oh yeah, I completely agree with that. Not gonna lie, like I've been watching UCLA for a while since Andrew Rowan got there. The team like even developed more and more. He's insane. He puts the ball wherever he wants to, so that's great.
Yeah. And then one professional that I would like to play with. That's a good question. Probably that guy, the Argentinian setter. I forgot his name. He's
Oh,
like
the Chico,
yeah, he's like cracked, bro.
he is.
He's insane. Probably him, yeah, because he just like flings it anywhere when he's like 20 feet off. He could like fling it in and like dot it every time. So probably him, yeah.
That's pretty cool. Like I have a chance to meet him a couple of years ago in Anaheim. I was like, how? Like when they play the U.S. national team, I was like, how do you even set the ball like that? Like it's just out of this world. Not gonna lie. Um, so for another question, and I had this in mind, also asking Cooper yesterday. Ended up actually not asking him yesterday, but if you actually could play another sport, but for example, oh yeah, I'm really good at volleyball, but I want to play this. What would be?
My answer is kind of like non-conventional because like I kind of would like want to play like esports.
Oh,
Like
that's cool.
yeah, like I play like Call of Duty, the Rainbow Six Siege, MLB and stuff like that. I feel like I could if I didn't play volleyball, I feel like I could maybe like go pro in something of esports. But I'll give you like an actual answer. I'd probably say basketball. We
That's cool.
we'll play basketball like maybe like once or twice a month here. Just go to like the community rec center on campus and just like hoop against randoms, and it's pretty fun. I grew up playing basketball my whole life, so yeah.
So, so why volleyball? That's the main question that I had in my head too. So I was like, why volleyball? I know you're from Florida. I know a couple of your guys from Florida. That is just I never understood like why volleyball because like you seem like a basketball guy. Not gonna lie, but then on the court you're absolutely insane in volleyball. So
Um, I don't really know, man. My freshman year, I was like 5'8", like 130 pounds, or not 30,
oh
100 like
wow,
40 pounds. I was like not like the biggest kid, and I was like, I don't want to play basketball anymore because I'm just going against like these freaking like 6'5" kids, and I like got the chance. I was like, all right, I'll try out volleyball. And thankfully, my old high school coach, who was actually my neighbor, convinced me to try out one day. And I was like, all right, whatever, might as well. I thought it was like a girls' sport, but I was like, all right, I'll try out. And I was like, oh, this is pretty fun. Like, it's not that much conditioning. I hate conditioning. Running
Yeah,
is sport.
that's for sure one of the worst parts.
Yeah, and I was just like, all right, this is pretty cool. And then played my freshman year. Coach encouraged me to play club. Played club. It's pretty fun. Came back my sophomore year, and COVID happened.
Oh
And I
yeah.
was like, ah, damn, this sucks. And then we had a couple tournaments in summer after COVID in club, and I was like, all right, I really like this. This is fun. And I played a team 3-5-2, and I was like, oh, these kids are really good. Had Chris Conley, Nico Paula, Ryan Peluso.
Oh yeah. We just played Nico this last week.
Yeah, yeah,
He's
these guys
insane.
were like all good. And I was like, okay, they play at 3-5-2, which is a club in Florida, but they were based out of Orlando, and I'm in
Oh yeah.
Miami. I was like, man, it would be sick to play with these guys. So I kind of sat down with my parents and was like, this is what I kind of want to do. This is like a good pathway for me to not pay for college. I feel like
Mhm.
I have a future in this. So I ended up joining 3-5-2 my 17th year, and it really helped me a lot with everything, like playing with those guys. Those guys were committed to Long Beach, and Nico eventually committed to Lewis. But they had like college coaches watching them all the time, and and it got some eyes on me too. So it was a real big help. And then my coach, Coach Roger Peluso, Ryan's dad, helped me a lot with the recruiting process, with payments and stuff like that, setting up hotels every weekend. And then I would drive up with my dad, and we would like stay in hotels for like every weekend just to practice and like be on that team. And I just got to shout them out because without my dad driving up all that time and then Roger helping me with everything, I wouldn't even be playing volleyball in college. But yeah, that's really what it came down to. And yeah, they were a big help, all of them on that team. So
That's awesome. That's like I see a lot of us, especially like talking with a lot of guys, it's just like, yeah, we all go through a path of like our parents going crazy, coaches helping a lot. So that's great to see that you had a good journey, hard journey, obviously, but a good journey. And then you're now at UCLA. Where
yep,
where could you be in a better place? Not gonna lie, like UCLA is insane. So that's awesome.
yeah.
But I do have just a couple more questions for you, and then we'll be done with it. Thank you again.
Yeah, no.
But the question is more on the part of asking you to give a couple tips to high school guys, even maybe shout out some of your people from Florida. I know you still have a lot of guys back there, even some in college too. But just give some tips to people that are trying hard and starting their journey, possibly getting to college volleyball, which we know it's only like 3% of us that go into college volleyball or college sports in general. So yeah.
I would say for the young kids, man, start working out as early as possible. If you can get into a gym, working out, that's just gonna boost your chances up by like so much. It'll get you stronger, increase your vertical. It helps with so much stuff. And thankfully, I had two pretty athletic parents that pushed me to start working out like super early. Like my dad was trying to get me in the gym at 12, and I was like, nah, dad, forget that. But him pushing me and my mom pushing me really got me in the gym when I was like 16, 17, and I started building some muscle. And that's really where my vertical started shooting out the gym. Like I didn't jump that high freshman, sophomore year. Like I said, I was super skinny, just a stick. And I didn't jump that high. But when I started working out, squatting, just getting in the gym, it really helped me a lot. And then something my mom helped me with a lot was nutrition. I used to eat like crap. Even though I was super skinny, I'd be like, "Oh mom, I can't gain weight. I'm eating so much." I was eating Oreos and chips. And my mom was like, "You're eating the wrong stuff." And she really helped me with that. Just getting actual meals in, protein shakes, getting stronger. And yeah, that's something I would give to kids that are trying to make it to the college level. Also, just try to touch a volleyball every single day.
Mm-hmm.
In
Agreed.
Florida, you don't have that many opportunities to go out and play. You got your high school practice and then club maybe 2 times a week, but just trying to get into a gym, beach, grass, anything. Just play as much as you can because it's just gonna help you in the long run. Like if you're gonna be young, try to play every single day. And the days you're not playing, you should be in the gym working out or something like that. Then I would say for a tip for undersized middles myself, I would say switch positions now because it's I'd say it's very uncommon. I'm not trying to brag, but it's very uncommon to find the success that I found at my height and shorter at the higher level. And it's kind of just gonna bring less eyes on you and more coaches doubting you. But if you really think you can do it, go for it 100%. But if you're 16, maybe early 17s and below, I would say switch now. Try to be an oppo, try to be an outside because it's you might be dominating now at like 6'1", 6'2", destroying the club kids. But when you get up in the higher levels, it's going to be a lot harder. People are going to doubt you. People are going to take away opportunities for you just from your height alone. People still tell me, like, I have people that doubt me all the time talking about my blocking, even though I led the nation in blocks last year. I still have people telling me talking about blocks and stuff like that, and it's annoying, but it's actually it comes with some praise because people say, "Oh, Cameron, this guy is super undersized, but he's so great at what he does," and it kind of
Mhm.
just I'm like, I appreciate that a lot because even at my height, when you're going against guys that are like 7 foot, 6'10", whatever, I'm still crushing these guys. Not to toot my own horn, but I'm just like,
That
it's
is true.
fun when people like talk crap. But those are some tips I would give. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So, with you saying a lot about your position and just giving the tip of if you're short, just change it. um, I do have this question, and I've heard a little bit. I don't know if it's true or not. About you had some times playing outside. I've heard
Yeah, I played outside in high school.
that's pretty
Um,
cool.
yeah, we were trash. Or my high school team was not good. It was basically just me and my brother, and then an outside that actually went to King, my boy Colton, to shout him out. It was
That's pretty cool.
basically just us. It was my brother's first year playing volleyball, and it was just we couldn't put me and Colton were the only like guys that played volleyball, so you couldn't really put me at middle because I was out for 3 rotations and
Yeah,
no one else to really go in. But yeah, I played some outside in high school. I play outside a little bit in some open gyms here and there. It's so fun. I wish I wasn't outside. Just don't have the passion for it. That's why I went to middle.
I was just gonna ask you about that. Why did
Yeah.
you change to middle? Was it because of the passing or?
I started as a middle my freshman year of high school, and then I went to outside my sophomore year when I started getting better. But that was in high school, and the competition in high school is so much worse than club. So if I wanted to play in club, I had to go middle because I was just a lot better at middle.
Yeah,
But I don't want to say I regret it because I'm here where I am now, and I appreciate it a lot. But I would have I would have liked to try Oppo
that
like
makes sense.
earlier in my years. Like if I started playing Oppo from freshman year, I feel like I could be at the same level I am as a middle. But it's never too late. But it might be a little too late.
Shout out Coach Ox, maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
But yeah. So this is about it. Thank you again. It's a pleasure having you here with our podcast. It's great to hear the love that you have for it and the journey you passed through. So thank you again. If you just want to leave like a goodbye message, oh, you just want to leave a goodbye message to everyone, that would be great. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Appreciate it. Thank you for having me on. Just keep working for the kids that are listening out there. Just keep working. Make sure you're eating right, playing volleyball as much as you can. That's about it. Appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, Cam. Have a great
Yes, sir.
night.
You too, bro.
See you.
See ya.